Hello, my dear students. Have you ever wondered how our body knows when it's time to grow taller, feel hungry, stay awake, or even deal with stress? Well, it's not magic. It's the endocrine system at work. Just like a manager gives instructions to keep a company running smoothly. Your endocrine glands release special chemical messengers called hormones that guide and control important activities in your body, from growth and metabolism to mood and reproduction. In this chapter, in this class, we will explore amazing glands like the pituitary, thyroid, adrenal, and pancreas and see how they communicate silently to keep everything in balance. Let's unlock the secrets of these silent workers that keep your body functioning perfectly without even realizing it. Syllabus overview: general study of major endocrine glands, adrenal, pancreas, thyroid, and pituitary, and then comparison between endocrine and exocrine glands. Scope includes differences between endocrine and exocrine glands, location and structure of different endocrine glands, hormones secreted by pituitary like growth hormone, trophic hormone, ADH, oxytocin, thyroid, thyroxine hormone, pancreas, insulin and glucagon, and from adrenal glands there are cortical hormones like adrenaline. So effects of hypo and hypersecretion of hormones, and then concept of feedback mechanism with reference to thyroid stimulating hormone secreted by anterior pituitary. So now our endocrine system consists of hypothalamus, pineal gland, pituitary, adrenal glands, pancreas which is located behind stomach, ovaries and testes which are assigned male or female during birth. This is the location of thyroid gland. What is endocrine system? Basically, the endocrine system is made up of ductless glands that release hormones into the blood to control and coordinate important functions in the body like growth, metabolism, and reproduction. The hormones act on specific target organs or tissues to maintain internal balance, also called as homeostasis. The endocrine system, it is made up of ductless gland that release hormones into the blood to control and coordinate important functions in the body like growth, metabolism, and reproduction. The hormones act on specific target organs or tissues to maintain internal balance, also known as homeostasis. The need for the regulation of body activities. This section explains why regulation is necessary in the human body. Body functions are complex and need precise coordination. Regulation ensures all processes happen at the right time and in correct sequence. Digestive juice secretion only when food is present. Chemical regulators called hormone which help in this process. So there are, in the brain there are pineal gland. This is the location of pineal gland. This is thalamus. This is pituitary gland. In the neck region there is thyroid and parathyroid gland. Before the thyroid gland there is thymus. Just above two kidneys there are adrenal glands, and in the associated with the digestive tract there is pancreas. These are the ovary in case of female, and there is testis in case of male. These are the endocrine glands in our body which constitute the endocrine system. This is the differences between hormonal and nervous control. Hormonal control, it is usually slow. Nervous control is immediate or rapid. Hormonal control transmitted chemically in blood. Nervous control transmitted electrochemically via neurons. Hormonal control affects many organs. Nervous control affects specific muscles and glands. Hormonal control effects can be short or long. Nervous control effects are only short-lived. Hormonal control can affect growth. Nervous control cannot affect growth. Hormonal control regulates metabolism and changes. Nervous control does not regulate metabolism. Hormonal control cannot be modified by experience. Nervous control can be modified through experience and learning. The endocrine system consists of pituitary gland, pineal gland, adrenal gland, thymus, thyroid, pancreas, ovary, testis, testicle, etc. Now we should study the general properties of hormones. Hormones are secreted directly into the blood from the endocrine gland. So endocrine gland is the source of all hormones. Mode of action: they regulate body processes through chemical means, often by affecting enzymes. This is their mode of action. Target specificity: hormones act on target organs or cells far from their origin. Cross species similarity: hormones in one species often have similar effects in others. Potency: they act in very small amounts but are biologically very active. Example হচ্ছে adrenaline works in concentration as low as 1 part in 300 million. Chemical nature: peptides, amine, steroid. Peptides হচ্ছে insulin, water soluble, amine হচ্ছে adrenaline or water soluble, steroid হচ্ছে testosterone, lipid soluble. Imbalance effects: hormonal excess or deficiency can lead to serious consequences. Storage: hormones are not stored in the body, so they are excreted after function. Human body endocrine system: the human endocrine system basically includes the hypothalamus, pituitary, pineal gland and thyroid gland, parathyroid gland, pancreas, thymus, adrenal glands, ovaries and testes. However, only the glands highlighted in the red color are included in our syllabus. Their location and functions will be explored, will be explained in detail in the upcoming sections. Now we'll study adrenal gland. This is the kidney, and just above side both the right and left kidney there is right adrenal gland and left adrenal gland. The outer side of the adrenal gland is cortex and the inner side is called as medulla. It is located on top of each kidney. Parts of adrenal gland: cortex is the outer region which secretes corticoid hormone, and medulla is the inner region which secretes adrenaline hormone, that is epinephrine or norepinephrine. Functions of adrenaline from adrenal medulla: adrenaline prepares the body for emergency, flight or fight response, stimulated by autonomic nervous system, especially during anger or fear. It provides extra energy and strength by releasing adrenaline into the bloodstream. Adrenaline also increases blood clotting, dilates pupils, stimulates uterine contraction during labor, stimulates hair follicle muscles, causing goosebumps. These are all part of the sympathetic autonomic nervous system response. Response to adrenaline: body part. Effects of adrenaline: biological advantage, effect or sensation. Heat: it beats faster, blood pressure increases, more oxygen and glucose sent to muscles, to thumping heart. Breathing center: faster and deeper breathing, improved oxygenation and rapid carbon dioxide removal. Panting is the effect or sensation. Skin arterioles: with the effects of adrenaline are constricted, blood diverted from skin to muscles, skin turns pale. Digestive arterioles: effects of adrenaline, they are become constricted, more blood to muscles, their dry mouth is the effect or sensation. Muscles: effect of adrenaline, they become tensed. Biological advantage হচ্ছে immediate action readiness, effect or sensation tense feeling, shivering, etc. Liver: it promotes the glycogen to glucose conversion. Glucose availability for energy is the biological advantage. There is no sensation, no effect. Fat deposition: fat, it is consumed into conversion into fatty acid, which is necessary for energy for muscle contraction. There is no sensation. Stress response: adrenal glands are endocrine organs on kidney. The medulla secretes adrenaline during stress or emergency. Adrenaline affects multiple organs to prepare the body for fight and flight. It affects include increased heart rate, breathing, pupil dilation and energy mobilization. Functions of adrenaline: the emergency hormone. Adrenaline secreted by the adrenal medulla prepares the body for emergency situation. Key actions of adrenaline: it increases heart rate and blood pressure. It redirects blood to muscles by reducing flow to skin and internal organs. It releases more glucose into the blood from the liver to supply energy during stress or flight or fight. Adrenal cortex hormones: outer part of the adrenal cortex secretes many hormones, their important is cortisol, which help reduce inflammation. Cortical hormone categories: mineralocorticoid, they regulate minerals like sodium and calcium, potassium. Examples হচ্ছে aldosterone. Glucocorticoid, they regulate carbohydrate, protein and fat metabolism. They increases blood glucose, they help the body cope with stress. Sex corticoids, they act like sex hormones. They can lead to early puberty in children if overproduced. It excess in females, male features adrenal virilism, আর excess in male হচ্ছে female features breast enlargement. তাহলে adrenal gland medulla হচ্ছে inner side, কর্টেক্স হচ্ছে আউটার সাইড, জোনা গ্লোমেরুলাসা, মিনারেলোকর্টিকয়েড or aldosterone, জোনা fasciculata, glucocorticoid, cortisol or cortisone, zona reticularis secretes androgen like testosterone, estrogen, etc. Disorders related to cortisone: hyposecretion, Addison's disease. This is the diagram. Addison's disease showing the symptoms: low energy, nausea, low blood sugar, dark skin, sensitivity to cold, and frequent infections. Hypersecretions of cortisone, which causes Cushing syndrome. The symptoms are here. The symptoms include obesity, high blood pressure, bone loss, weakening, weakness, salt or water retention. Now let's study pancreas. The pancreas functions both as exocrine gland, secretes digestive juices for digestion process, and endocrine gland secretes hormone from the islets of Langerhans. Islets of Langerhans contain beta cells which secrete insulin, alpha cells which secrete glucagon, delta cells which secrete somatostatin, which although it is not in our syllabus. So this is the location of pancreas, and this is the islets of Langerhans. This is the acinus, and islets of Langerhans is the enlarged image of islets of Langerhans. Function of insulin from secreted from the beta cells of islets of Langerhans, but the alpha cells of islets of Langerhans secrete glucagon. The delta cell secretes somatostatin, and the F cell secrete pancreatic polypeptide. The function of insulin, which is secreted from the beta cell, it promotes glucose utilization by cells and lowers blood sugar. It stimulates storage of excess glucose in liver and muscle as glycogen. Under secretion of insulin causes diabetes mellitus, so the blood sugar level in blood increases. That is, high blood sugar level is the symptom of diabetes mellitus. When insulin is not sufficiently produced, blood sugar remains high. That is called as hyperglycemia. Sugar passes into urine called as glycosuria. Excessive urination that is causes thirst, weight loss and fatigue, may lead to vision loss or coma. Treatment: injecting insulin only supplements missing hormone. It is not permanently cure. Oversecretion of insulin: when insulin is too much, blood sugar falls, that is called as hypoglycemia. It can cause the brain to go into coma. Diabetics receiving too much insulin may suffer insulin shock. Quick treatment: sugar or sweet biscuits. Glucagon function: it is secreted by alpha cells. It is opposite of insulin. It stimulates glycogen breakdown, raises blood sugar. Role of insulin and glucagon: pancreas hormone tree, also called as pancreas, contains alpha cell, glucagon, liver, glycogen, glucose, and it will increase the blood sugar. Beta cells causes insulin, tissue cells, and then liver, glucose uptake, and glycogen storage, which will decrease the blood sugar level. So the hormones of islets of Langerhans, so the feedback system maintains the blood sugar balance. The hormones of islets of Langerhans: insulin secreted from beta cells, they lowers blood sugar. Glucagon from alpha cells, they raises blood sugar. Somatostatin from delta cells, they inhibit insulin and glucagon secretion. Thyroid gland. Now we'll study the thyroid gland. In the front of the neck, below the larynx, there is over the trachea a windpipe, that is thyroid structure. It is butterfly shaped with two lobes connected by isthmus. The main hormone of the thyroid gland is the thyroxine or T4. It regulates basal metabolism, the body's energy use at rest. It affects growth, body temperature, bone development, and mental development. Thyroxine is vital for development and energy balance. Iodine is the key ingredient in making the thyroxine hormone. Without it, disorders develop. Thyroid disorders are common but manageable with early detection and proper diet like iodized salt. Undersecretion or hypothyroidism leads to low thyroxine levels, resulting in simple goiter. Cause: iodine deficiency in diet. Symptoms: swelling in the neck due to thyroid gland enlargement, common in hilly regions with iodine poor soil. Prevention: use of iodized salt. Iodine is essential for thyroxine hormone production. Now criticism: it affects children. Symptoms: dwarfism and mental retardation. Cause: congenital thyroid defect or early degeneration. This is the picture of cretinism, which affects children. And myxedema: it affects adult. Symptoms appear: sluggishness, swelling of face and hands, slow metabolism, etc. Oversecretion of hyperthyroidism leads to excess thyroxine, causing exophthalmic goiter. This is the diagram. Bulging eyes, that is called as exophthalmos. Goiter, neck swelling, increased metabolic rate, rapid heartbeat, restlessness or shortness of breath. Improper functioning of thyroid causes simple goiter, cretinism, and myxedema. Three of the disease causes due to hypothyroidism, and exophthalmic goiter is caused due to hyperthyroidism. Pituitary gland, the master gland, its size is small pea-sized, hangs below the hypothalamus. At the base of the brain, the parts are anterior pituitary, which is the front lobe, posterior pituitary is the back lobe, and intermediate lobe is small in humans but more developed in some lower animals. The function of the pituitary gland, it controls the function of almost all endocrine glands, so it is called as master gland. Hormones from anterior pituitary: growth hormone or somatotropin, it promotes normal body growth, acts on bones and muscles. Deficiency of growth hormone in child causes dwarfism, short stature with proportionate body parts, and oversecretion of growth hormone causes gigantism, that is the abnormal height due to long bone overgrowth up to 2.7 meter. In adulthood causes acromegaly, that is acro means head, mega means larger, so that is the enlargement of bones in face, hands and feet. Symptoms: large jaw, nose, thick lips due to bone thickening and not lengthening. Acro means extremity or head, and megaly means enlargement. Trophic hormones from the anterior pituitary, which stimulate other endocrine glands to release their hormones. Examples: TSH, it activates thyroid stimulating hormone, it activates thyroid to secrete thyroxine hormone. ACTH, it adrenocorticotropic hormone, it stimulates adrenal cortex. LH and FSH, it controls testes and ovary. These hormones regulate other glands, not body functions directly, so their tropic means turning towards, that is the influence target endocrine glands. Hormones from posterior pituitary, these lobes stores and release antidiuretic hormone or ADH or vasopressin, and oxytocin, which is called as labor hormone. ADH causes constriction of blood vessels and raises blood pressure. It acts on kidney to increase water reabsorption. Deficiency of antidiuretic hormone causes diabetes insipidus, leads to excessive urination and thirst due to loss of water. Oxytocin, it is secreted during childhood. The childbirth causes uterine contractions and milk ejection after delivery. So this is the posterior pituitary gland, this is the anterior lobe and the posterior lobe. Posterior lobe secretes two hormones, one is oxytocin and the second one is antidiuretic hormone or vasopressin. So diabetes mellitus due to insulin deficiency occurs, sugar in urine, and diabetes insipidus due to ADH deficiency, tasteless urine, no sugar but large volume urine is produced. This is the hormones of the pituitary gland and their functions. Growth hormone, tropic hormones like thyroid stimulating hormone, adrenocorticotropic hormone, gonadotropic hormone like follicle stimulating hormone, and LH. Posterior pituitary includes two hormones, that is vasopressin and oxytocin. These are the functions and these are the deficiency syndrome. Control of hormonal secretions. Feedback mechanism. Negative feedback, it is most common if hormone level rise, body sends signal to reduce secretion and vice versa. If TSH control based on thyroxine level. Positive feedback, it is less common, the response enhances the stimulus. Example: uterine contractions during childbirth causes more oxytocin secretion and stronger contraction. So this is the hypothalamus, anterior pituitary and thyroid gland, the released hormone, their function and their feedback effects are followed. This is the four major endocrine glands that is exist in your syllabus, that is pituitary gland, thyroid gland, pancreas and adrenal glands. Their hormone secretion, their principal actions, their disorders are you can find in this table. To sum up, the endocrine system keeps our body in balance by releasing hormones that control growth, metabolism, mood and more. Glands like the pituitary, thyroid, pancreas and adrenal send powerful messages silently to keep us healthy and active. A well functioning endocrine system is essential for overall well-being. Thanks for watching this video. If you found this video helpful, like, share and subscribe for more student friendly biology content. Stay curious and keep learning. See you in the next video.